Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Prince of Strider Alternative episode 10 and last episode. There was this conflict between Riku and Takeru, and then they resolved it by, I guess, having all two of them joining in this ice cream cone eating competition thingy. And then after that, they squashed the beef and then they started running perfectly again. So, yeah, that's what happened. And before we get into this episode, if you got some reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/Fialamini. And now, let's start this episode, and here we go. Okay, guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Stand up because you were there. That's not what he wants to hear again. Definitely. Oh, say. I knew it. I knew he was gonna come and mess it up. The people. Nope. Mm-hmm. so happy to see you. Ooh. Oh. This episode, I was like mostly silent this episode because this it was just about Riku and his mindset when it comes to his brother in running. They were practicing, but each time he would be like losing steam toward the end and be falling over. And him and Takeru, they kept doing it over and over again, but it kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then it came to a point where he was like, he didn't even want to run anymore. Like at the beginning, when he was in the classroom with the others, like he was about to eat, right? But then Takeru showed up and then he left the food and then he started running with Takeru. But then when that point came, he knew that Takeru was going to come and get him to go run. But then he made up some kind of excuse and then just left the classroom. And he wasn't even showing up at the group training sessions anymore. And then he was under the tree, and I was so glad to see what was his name, Asuma, show up. Because like I said, Asuma and Sasei, they're like my nekoma. So if each time any of them show up, I'm glad. And I'm glad that in this particular instance, it was also him because when this anime started, the first team that they faced was Sasei, right? And then Asuma, right? Asuma was the first person that asked him if he was Tomoe's brother. So I'm glad that he was the one that Riku unburdened himself with. And then his advice to him before he left was that he should find another reason for why he's running. Like maybe you're running for yourself or you're running for your teammates, just find another reason. And somewhere in the episode too, they showed, because Riku was not showing up anymore, right? And they showed Takeru, he had this sort of flash thing where he was running with clearly it was Riku, but then when he tried to tag, Riku sort of like disappeared and he didn't really like that feeling. And then he's like they were about to stop with the training, but then he's like he wanted to run a little bit more. And that's when he started running, and then he caught up to Riku because he also started running. I guess he was running after Asuma had left, I assume. So they started running together again, and Takeru was in front of them, right? So he was still having this comparison between Takeru and his brother, and how he's always behind his brother. He never catches up to him and stuff like that. And then he felt inferior again, and then he just stopped running. And Takeru also stopped running, and then he turned around and he's like, "I want to run with you." And that right there is like that's what gave him the other reason for why he should be running, why he should love running or something or other. And then the music, I love the music that started playing in the background when he realized that, and then they started running together, and then the others showed up with their shirts. That of the shirts make like a the end line thing, and they were waiting for them, and then he saw them also there, and he's like, okay, so these are my reasons for running, like to run with them, and for my teammates and stuff. And then he sped up at the end there, and then he overcame Takeru, which is like awesome. So basically he got over his mental block, I guess, when it comes to running especially against faster people, because he kept comparing. In this particular case, he kept comparing Takeru and Tomoe. But yeah, he were faster than him. And everybody was happy because, yeah, he overcame his. Because that thing has been weighing so heavily on him, like ever since this thing started. Each time, well, like I said, Asuma is the first one that mentioned the fact that he was Tomoe's brother. But then each person that they will be facing after that, and each person that will be running against Rico would be mentioning the fact that he was his brother, and each time they did that, he starts out running fast, but then toward the end there he loses steam, and it kept affecting him. So I'm glad that he got over it this episode. Because I'm like, brother, like, bro, can you like find a way to get over this? And I'm glad that he got over it. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to see the next episode right now, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/feelmini, and you can also see the full length of this reaction there as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.